What's going on, you guys, and welcome to my construction series. Basically, in this series I'm going to be doing a lot of upgrades, a lot of building stuff, project ideas, just random stuff that comes out of my head and I just do them. So basically today I'm going to be organizing and building something to help me organize this food that I have going on here. Like, I can't even get to my microwave because there's so much stuff in front of it. I need to build something so that I can organize this stuff. So basically I'm going to be organizing all of this, and I need to find a way to build something to put this stuff in and organize it and whatnot. I want to move all this stuff into the closet, and then what I want to do is I want to put maybe some baskets here, like put some rollers. I want to put some rollers on the sides of the wall here so that I can roll out some baskets or some totes or something, or a table that can hold all my stuff. So when I'm over here, looking for my stuff, I can just roll it out here and then like go through my stuff, or maybe I can make a table that can have a tote, built into it. Also, another thing to note that I'm going to be doing this on a budget. So I'm going to be doing this so I can save money. I don't want to go spending a whole lot of money just to make this. There's the easy route, which is probably the most expensive route, but then there's the cheap route that takes creativity. So if you have great creativity, you will save money. Just saying. So I'm gonna head to Home Depot. My cat's being crazy. So I'm gonna head to Home Depot, and I'm gonna figure out what I can find to do this. So I'll be back. So I went to Home Depot and I did get some stuff. I had to basically go through aisle. I was at Home Depot for about an hour and a half, just trying to come up with an idea of what I could use to make a sliding system down there to put my stuff, like a little drawer pantry or something. But I was just coming up with all kinds of ideas, and I talked to a couple of people there. They shot me some ideas, but their ideas were more expensive than my idea. So basically my first initial idea was to get some baskets and then put two different kind of rollers in there, like make it to where it was two individual baskets that come out individually, but that would have been more expensive. So my idea was to just buy this here. This is a 2x4 and 5/8 particle board. It's really strong. It's stronger than the other boards that they had there at this length. I also went and got some containers. These are HDX totes. They're the really cheap brand, but they're good enough to hold stuff. It's plastic. They're all plastic. So I got two of these small 4-gallon ones, and then I got this one 12-gallon, and I'll show you what my idea with these are. And also I got these 14-inch sliders for the drawers. Now they slide out nice and clean. They use like a bunch of bearings in there instead of just the wheels. I got these because they're stronger than your normal drawer slider, and the normal drawer sliders would have 100% broke because how heavy this thing is. My idea is gonna make it lightweight. So basically my idea is to, let me lay this down here. So basically my idea is to cut some slots into this and put these totes like that. So basically what's gonna happen is, I already got stuff in this one. Basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna cut slots into the 2x4 wood here to where these kind of just float on top. So this is gonna slide into the wood, and it's gonna stop here at the top. So all you can see is the top part when you slide this out. My initial idea was to put that 12-gallon in the middle here and have these on the sides, but that would have been way too heavy for the stuff I wanted to put in it. So that is just gonna go under there alone, while this kind of slides and hovers above it. So basically the idea is to get all of the stuff that's under there, put it in the closet, clean that up, sanitize it so that it's not so gross under there from the cat. And so I'm gonna go ahead and start that. I'll go ahead and it's just gonna be a time lapse of me. It's pretty basic. Just cut two slots, and then we just grab the slides there, and we're gonna go ahead and just measure both sides of the wall and the cabinet there. And then once we have it all measured out, we just install them on the side, and we'll install this, and it should work out. All right, so I cleaned it out. This is basically what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna have this just tucked away in here. This is gonna have like my potatoes and just the heavy stuff. And I ran into a problem. Basically, this is okay, but the other side. What I thought was going to be a harder wood, it's not. It's just very, very flimsy. I push it in from the inside. You can see here that it warps and it bends, and it's just not secure. So I have here an old piece of wood from an old shelf. It's not that old, but it's pretty dinged up from use as being a shelf. Basically, it's a 2.5 by 6 inch board, and I'm going to use that to reinforce the side there on the cabinet there. So I'm thinking about putting 2 on both sides, just so it's reinforced on both sides. I don't trust the walls in this house, so I'm going to go ahead and reinforce it with both of these on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these down, install them, and then after I do that, then it's time to put this next to it and measure that, so we can cut enough off of the ends here, so we don't cut off too much or don't cut off enough. But it's better to just cut little pieces at a time, just so we don't, because it's better to have more than less, because if you cut too much off, then it's screwed. I have to go buy a whole nother one of these. So we gotta make sure I do this right, and let's do this. Alright, so after I cut this board to the correct size, you got to make sure there's going to be enough room on both sides to compensate for the slider and the piece of wood that I'm going to be putting in between. So I just put these together down here at the bottom, and I slide them in together, and I just get my fingers out of there, and they slide perfectly in between. And it's same on the other side. So make sure, if you're going to be doing work like this, make sure you compensate for the things you're going to be connected to. So I got that done. The next step is I'm going to go ahead and start attaching the sliders to this piece of wood on both sides of the cabinet and the wall. So now I'm going to go ahead and start installing these sliders onto these pieces of wood so that we can go ahead and get this installed. Finding a good place for this may vary, depends on how much of your table you want to slide out. I want mine to slide out pretty far, about just a little over a foot of room when it slides out. So I'm going to have it closer here to the front. And if you're making something like this, you can have it, farther at the back or anywhere you want. It depends on how much of your table you want to come out. But anyways, I'm going to have them here at the front here, just enough so I can get enough room to put the totes in from what I showed you earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and start screwing these in and get it installed. Let's find out if the table fits right in there. See if we have any problems. All right, moment of truth. All right, something's not right here. It doesn't want to. I think something's warped. Something's not right. Oh boy. It almost works. It kind of fits in there. I didn't make it good enough, but it kind of worked. I got it. It just had to be, it's going to be a little stiff, but hey, I got it. That's pretty good. But the next thing I'm going to be doing to this is cutting slots on the sides here so that I can actually put the totes in there. So when I open this up, we're going to have the smaller versions of this sitting up top, but it'll be kind of like floating under. So when I open it, they'll just kind of like be floating there, but I'll be able to open them from the top. So yeah, so we got this part done. Tune in tomorrow and I'll get the next part done. Close enough.